do we have a spicy expensive video today. I just bought everything you're about to see for $2,000. Let's dive into this, and I do want to give you fair warning. The link to my TCG player will be in the description. Most of these cards, not all of them, but most of these cards will be up in the TCG player store if you want to purchase them. I do always match to current TCG low. So that being said, let's get into the cards. So the first thing we got here is we have a sealed copy of the Magic Theros that still has the High Tide IDW in there. I know that's currently at about $15. This is the only new border printing of High Tide. But this is actually my second copy of this comic with the High Tide, and it's sealed. So, I don't know if I want to open it or not. Like, it's just such an intact piece. I think this is one of the few that will not be going up on the TCG player store until I decide if I want to open it and sell the single card, because I don't know if you can sell the entire comic book thing on there or how much it would cost to ship it yet. We have a second comic book, and that is the Ashiok and Dack Fayden Duress in the Theros thing with the nice little flavor text there. Your nightmares inspire me, Dack. Like, that's awesome. That's so hardcore. And what's I love about the comic book ones is, at least for the Theros ones, the covers were the card art. So that's really cool to get like the cover of the comic book on there. Now you're gonna see there's prices on these. These were written by the owner of the collection when he was pricing it out. He got this out of a storage locker, so we got lower this down here real quick. We got Sulphur Falls, Clifftop Retreat, and if they have each, there's multiples, so that's kind of cool. 420 on Olivia Voldaren, 420 lit. That was cringy as fuck. We got a Hinterland Harbor, a Woodland Cemetery, Gavany Township, some Endless Ranks of the Dead, Blasphemous Act, multiples it looks like, Geist of St. Draft. So that's pretty cool, but we're still not seeing that $2,000 payoff yet. But give it time, give it time. We got a couple other pages here. My dog is jingling as she runs around the room. We have some Heartless Summonings, some Laboratory Maniacs, Bloodline Keeper, Rooftop Storm, Grimer of the Dead, Esmeralda. I am trying to make a video. Witchbane Orb, some Ghost Quarters, Mask of Avacyn, those aren't really anything. Champion of the Parish, kind of cool, kind of cool. And then the last binder page here, Delver of Secrets, Bloodgift Demon, the Tree of Redemption that we don't speak about, Mayor of Averbrook, Curran Outlaw, Reaper of the Abyss, and a Kessig Wolf Run. So again, not really anything crazy there, but we can start getting into the craziness. Let's dive into this here and see where things really start to go. So we got Replenish from Urza's Destiny, I think. We have an Alurin from Tempest, Blood Moon from the Dark in light plague condition. Like, it is pretty close to being near mint. I'll have to take it out and see if the dust is what's making it look like it's a light play. Here we have a Plenar Gate, which is kind of cool. It's a generic cost reduction for creature spells. It's a 6-mana artifact, pay 2 less whenever you cast it's a summon spell, but that's a creature now for those of you who aren't versed in old cards. A couple Arid Mesas. I think there are 2 in here. Yeah, there's 2. Some nice Zendikar Arid Mesas. A playset of Snapcaster Mages. That's spicy. Lost focus there. 2 Demonic Tutors from Unlimited, I believe. Training Grounds, Sword of Light and Shadow, but you can see that the edge is pretty chewed on it. Probably a moderate play there. Exquisite Blood, not $38 anymore, unfortunately. Still pricey though. Emrakul, The Promised End, that's nice. Worldly Tutor from Mirage, another demonic tutor. Vorninklex, Voice of Hunger. Extra Planar Lens. Gaia's Avenger. Okay, that's an interesting little thing. 3 copies of Focus. Not focus the card. I need my camera to focus. There we go. 3 copies of Enlightened Tutor. Vidalcan Orrery. Mikaeus the Unhallowed. A Wasteland. Cyclonic Rift. I don't think it's sitting at that price anymore because of the reprint. Repercussion times 4. So that's 5 copies of Repercussion. Anvil of Bogarden. 2 of those. Parallel Lives, very nice. We have Crucible of Worlds. Fork. Aether Vial times 3. Hypnotic Spectre. Ensnaring Bridge times, I think there's 2 in there. 1. Oh! Yeah, there's 2. Thought there might have been a third for a second. Maze of Ith. There's 1 near mint and 1 moderately played. Not bad. Doubling Cube. A couple in there. A lot in there, actually. Necropotence Original. A Wooded Foothills. Force of Nature. This is the collector's edition, I believe. Yeah, it's the collector's edition. It's in actually crispy condition. Super mint. Slide that back in. There's a couple white bordered ones behind it, but those aren't worth anything. No Mercy. Tarnished Citadel. Rock of Kerr Ridges. This one has some wear on it. So let me take a look here. It's yeah, I'd have to classify this as moderately played. It's got some pretty strong edge wear. Birthing Pod. Burmaz, King of Oreskos. Diabolic Intent. Rhystic Study original print. Miscalculation. Natural Order. Darksteel Forge. 4 copies of Angel's Grace. Squandered Resources. Elsh Norn. Grave Pact from Plane Chase. Tooth and Nail. Another Natural Order. Ruby Medallion. Tithe. Which, those of you who don't know, this is a pretty good card. Search your library for a Plains card. If you control fewer lands than target opponent, you may search your library for an additional Plain cards. Reveal those cards to all players and put them into your hand. It does not say basic Plains, so any dual lands, especially if you're behind on your ramp or whatnot, it can help you catch up. Make sure you get your land drops in white. We have a Winding Canyon, which basically gives me gives your creatures flash for 2 generic mana and tapping the canyon. Oboro, Palace in the Clouds. It's a land that can return itself to your hand, and we have 2 of those. Paradigm Shift. Remove all cards in your library from the game. Shuffle your graveyard into your library. Spicy. Sakashima the Imposter. Cursed Totem. Counterbalance times 4. I see you, Krim. I see you. Necromancy. Braid of Fire times 4. Oop. Voice is giving out on me a little bit. There we go. Winds of Change. A Mycosynth Golem. It's a interesting one. Affinity for artifacts and artifact creature use spells you play have affinity for artifacts. So that's really spicy. Focus. Michiko Kanda, Truth Seeker. And there's a couple in there. I think there's 2. Champion's Helm. Strip Mine. Splinter Twin. Twin did nothing wrong. Unban this. Amulet of Vigor. Multiple copies in there. Green Sun's Zenith. Balefire Dragon times 3. Seshiro the Anointed. Blood Moon. Ice Storm. This is again collector's edition. And 2 more Balefire Dragons. Oh, something stuck to it. Another Balefire Dragon. Look at that. So much Balefire. Alright. So, for those of you following along at home, you're like, okay, that's pretty good. That adds up to a nice chunk of change. But really, Jesse, $2,000? We're not done. We have this envelope. This was also in that deal. He had initially sold these cards on eBay, and then the guy didn't pay for them. So I told them, you know, hey, I'll buy them as well. And so we negotiated them in. First one is Cabal Coffers Plane Chase Printing. If we can get the camera to focus in, I'm going to pull it. There we go. He has 100 written on here. That's what it was going for on eBay. On TCG Player, they're going for about 75. So that is a nice little hit there. And then the other one is this gorgeous, gorgeous foil Frantic Search in like crispy mint condition. Currently going for $75. So that's really, really nice. And then let me look here. Yeah, we'll do this one first. So these are in super protective, how he was shipping them, hard sleeves. And again, the guy never paid for these, so I bought them. So right off the bat, we have a Nilathi Dragon, which is an old school, like, rare promo. I can't remember precisely what the promo event was, but then we also have a Wheel of Fortune and a copy artifact. Aren't those beautiful? Nice clean edges. You know, if you gotta end up with the white bordered version of these cards, because you know the black borders are insane, it's nice to have nice clean white edges on them. Finally, we have one more of these here. I'm gonna cover him up. So we have a artist signature Firestorm and a regular Firestorm, but most importantly, the piece de resistance of this whole thing is Chains of Mephistopheles. Look at that. That is a super crispy, super minty, like it's in really good condition. Maybe light play at worst. Chains of Mephistopheles from Legends. This card is reserve list. Currently going for about $7.50 on TCG Player. So this card will be up in the shop. If you're one of the mad lads who want to buy it, it will be shipped full on, tracking, signature required and everything. But this card will be up for your purchase, and it will help me recoup a nice chunk of this buy. Most of these cards will be going up. There are a few I'm keeping for myself. I really want to keep these nice little reserve listies here, but the chains can go. It's a good card, but it's not a card that I would play personally. So that is $2,000 spent on Magic cards. What do you guys think? Am I a moron? Am I gonna make my money back? Am I gonna break even? Let me know in the comments down below. And like I said before, if you want to buy any of these cards, the majority of them will be up on the TCG Player store. Link is in the description. Please give it a check out. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. If it is your first time here, you can also check out my Twitter, where I usually poke around and mess around with the other Magic the Gathering personalities in the game, and they like my tweet and never reply. No, I'm small. I don't expect them to know who I am yet, but one day they will. One day they will. But I will see you in the next video. Peace.